Okay, buying Tesla at these levels. Why? That's the discussion today. Okay, everybody, let's get on the discussion. Why I'm buying Tesla. 24 and change. I think it's a great buy here. Tesla had some great announcements recently, and I'm going to go ahead and play some of them for you. One of them in particular is that Elon Musk is not going to sell his stock. But before we get started, I want to talk about Tesla. Yes, I do have a biased opinion. I own a Tesla and I love my Tesla. Now, I did a lot of research before I purchased my Tesla. Everything from the way that it was engineered. I looked at the balance sheet. Everything. So yes, I do have a bias of this company. And I am a proud owner of a Tesla. Let's get to it.
In a Twitter Spaces, he said, quote, "You can count on me, no stock sales until like probably 2025 or something." He doubled down on that, adding, quote, "You have my commitment. I won't sell stock probably
today, but don't get too
excited." All right,
excited.
so we're
Tesla
starting to see
is still one of the index's
short
worst
sellers
performers
coming
so far
out,
this week, down almost 12%.
saying that they
CEO
believe
Elon
it's
Musk
going
dumping
lower.
almost
Where the heck were they
$2.6 billion worth of
last
stock
year?
This week. And our next guest predicts
The
more
beginning of
trouble
the year,
ahead.
in
Danny
January.
Moses of The Big Short fame is founder of Moses Ventures. He is shorting Tesla. Still,
He's shorting
not
it.
enough
Thank
for
you so
Not
much.
enough yet.
No, not enough.
We appreciate your
what
help,
more
my
is there
friend.
here?
Well, it's still a $500 billion
Mr.
company.
Danny Moses.
And I don't think that the fundamentals justify that valuation. And listen, if I was as good at trading stock as Elon Musk was, I wouldn't be sitting here. I'd be taking a vacation somewhere because he has sold now $40 billion
that's such
over the last
bullshit.
13 months.
You can go take a
as we
vacation if
move
you
lower
want.
here. So.
Yeah, even if you put the short on when Elon Musk made the bid for Twitter, you would be in very good shape. I'm just wondering at this point, as you see the story unfold, what makes you so confident that there is more downside here? Is there something very concerning to you that's happening
So I think
here?
that a lot of the stock price has been about his brand, and we've seen that now get hit a little bit. And if you're a fundamental investor and you like Tesla, great. But I think still at this valuation, there's a lot of headwinds coming for the economy on a macro basis. Yes, they were early in EV. Yes, they were the best, or maybe still are the best, if you want to call it that. But a lot of competition's coming, and we're going into recession, it appears. So this is not immune from a normal economic cycle, and I still believe that on a fundamental basis, it's still very rich.
Yeah, just
Okay, so he's talking about the fundamental basis of Tesla. He's talking about that he believes it's going to keep moving down. This is about a week old, by the way. So you're going to find a lot of these short sellers coming out right around the bottom. And I'm not saying next week this thing is going to pop, but I am saying that I believe we are close to a bottom, if not have reached a bottom on the Tesla stock. Another reason for me to buy, because when all these guys start to come out of the woodwork, as you will, you know, it's a little tricky and it's a little weird because they're always coming out at turning areas because, again, they're holding massive amounts of shares. And most of the time they have to let people know that they think it should keep going down so they can slowly go ahead and start covering their positions. Now, this is, you know, my opinion, but this is the way that the system works.
Lots of stuff going on. The distraction is one of them for sure. But I also think that, you know, he's very out there. He's very public. He's very opinionated. And I think that most of those opinions are probably somewhat more offensive to Democrats than they are to Republicans. And Democrats have been the buyers primarily, not only, of course, but primarily. And you got to think that that has some effect. There is no company in America right now that is more intertwined with their CEO than Elon Musk. So him being out there and you know, as sort of, you know, he's just, I don't know what the word is, provocative, I guess. If I were a Tesla shareholder, I would be pretty pissed. So one thing, we've seen Tesla fall a lot. I looked, okay, year over year, let's see GM versus Tesla. Not surprisingly, GM was better. But then I looked at the 2-year stack of GM versus Tesla, and I was a bit surprised, actually, to find out. I hope that this says that GM was better, because that's what I found.
Yes.
Yes.
The white line is above the orange
line. It's very hard
line.
to tell. But
barely.
And so I feel like this leg down since he bought it is pretty much on Elon.
Yeah, I mean, at the highs, we were saying, what happens if Elon Musk steps down?
Okay, so let's get a little bit, let's summarize what this lady's saying. She's saying that because of the political stuff going on with Tesla that has been created by the media, it's not like there's anything political going on. The guy purchases a company, Twitter. Great. He's running it. He's trying to make it profitable. Twitter has not been profitable. Okay? But because people don't like the way he's running it, whatever, now all of a sudden there's a huge dislike amongst the people who own Teslas. I own a Tesla. I know like 15 people who own Teslas. They love Teslas. I've had Mercedes for like 15 years. Actually more, like 20 years. I've always had a Mercedes. I still have one. And I'm going to tell you something. I'll take the Mercedes and I'll trash it tomorrow. Of course, if I can get a good deal for it. Hey, here you go. Take it. Give me a Tesla. So why don't we think about this? Why don't we just go on the web real quick and, hey, is this true? Do people not like Tesla now? I mean, shareholder or no shareholder. Let's talk about where the like of a brand doesn't come because there's an opinion out there and the Democrats, the Republicans, such bullshit. We as Americans have to drive our cars from point A to point B. If we are paying $4 a gallon for gas, I mean, we're going to get pretty pissed, man. I don't give a shit if it's a GM, if it's a Buick or whatever. If we can go ahead and drive a car that is designed to go 500,000 miles and not have a lot of shit go wrong like we have on a Mercedes. I have a Mercedes. It's like I'm always bringing it in for a service. $300 for an oil change. Ooh, gotta do this. It's all this bullshit. It's like $2,000 a year to get your friggin' oil changed. Okay? Don't get me wrong. I like it. Okay, drives nice, safe car. Wonderful, excellent. I'm over it now. Okay? Whatever car it is, it's the same bullshit. You get it serviced, blah, 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 oil change. None of that stuff with a Tesla. Okay, so now I'm giving you my opinion as a Tesla owner. Now let's see what the other Tesla owners think. Instead of listening to these talking political heads. All right, so why don't we get down to it? Let's ask the Tesla owners what they think. Do they really give a shit about some political nonsense that'll be gone today, here tomorrow, vice versa, whatever, who cares, blah, 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 who gives a shit? Tesla has the highest owner rating based on data from multiple sites. We're not talking about just, quote, one opinion, okay, from Buzzkill, CNBC, whatever. Why don't we think about why don't we try to read and do our own research? According to data from Auto Trader Edmunds. Okay, Honest Johns. I don't know what the heck that is, but blah, blah, blah. People seem to love their Teslas. This is from 2022, June. Do you think from June until now, all of a sudden we hate our Teslas because Elon Musk decided to purchase Twitter? Don't give me that bullshit, man. Shareholders may be a little pissed because a lot's going on. Who knows? If Twitter turns around to be a very profitable company, which I think it will be in the next 2 years, that may change. Whatever. But that still doesn't make sense. This baseless opinions, which gets people thinking in one direction or another, is really destructive to someone's portfolio or their investment strategies. That's where my anger comes in, because it's pathetic. Okay, so hey, you can go ahead inside EVs, okay? It's just telling us how people really think, what they think. Do they like their Teslas? Do they not like it? Okay, the average ratings, the brand awareness. They say on another, look at this. They have the highest rating of any electric vehicles. And check this out, ladies and gentlemen. I was just talking about Mercedes. Look at where Mercedes is. At the bottom. That's right. I went in. I got I decided to downgrade. I had the GL, yeah. Paid $100,000 for it. Big shit. I went to go bring the thing in, and guess what? They gave me like $14,000 for the thing. I think it was like 7-8 years later. 14 grand. Okay, great. Took that. I said, you know what? I'm just going to downgrade. I got the GLC, one of the cheaper ones that hold its value. GLC 300. Get that. Great. 50 grand. Blah, blah, blah. As I'm there, they're trying to pitch me $130,000 EV. 130. And then I'm looking into, I'm like, wow, okay. Yeah, Mercedes-Benz, 130,000 EV. And I'm saying to myself, what does this have? 0 to 60 in like 6 seconds, unless you're spending more. Get out of here, man. 3.1 seconds, Tesla, Model 3. Okay, I added the wrap. All right, maybe I got 85,000 into the car. I love the thing. It drives for me. The thing friggin' drives for me. Can you imagine that shit? I'm going to Food Lion or wherever the heck I'm going. This thing is driving for me. I don't have to be bothered with driving. I'm just sitting there, hand on the wheel. I mean, come on. I'll make some videos on this. I love the thing, man. So at any rate, Nissan, Mercedes. What the heck is that? Peraldua. I thought it said Purdue for a second. I'm like, Peraldua. What the heck is that shit? Nissan. Okay, great. Honda. I love Hondas. Okay, had it in college. Fiat. Okay, Italian made, so I'm going to give it props as an Italian American. Okay, great, but I still wouldn't buy it. Jeep. Okay, great. Hyundai. And as we creep up, Ford, Volkswagen, Volvo. Okay, I like Volvos. Never had one, but I like them. I don't know why I like them, but I never had one. BMW. Okay. I guess they're getting good on their game. Peugeot, which is supposed to be a crappy French car. Hey, they're up there. I don't know. Again, Land Rover. It's supposed to be it's kind of sexy looking, but it's like English. They say a lot of electrical problems. Okay, that's how I know them. And then Ford, whatever. I got no comment on them. Never had one either. Now, I don't. Okay, average rating and then brand rating. Still at bottom of the list here. Okay, whatever. So, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't mean to go off on a rant, but I'm just talking about this because do your own research. Okay, now jumping back to the Tesla stock. We have it at 124 and change. Where do we go from here? I don't know, but with the valuation at 27 times the price earnings ratio, when you have Hershey's chocolate at 28 times and Costco at 32, this is a growth stock. This is a stock that could be poised for some wonderful things in the future. I don't know, but I'm buying it. And if I lose, I lose knowing that I'm in a solid company run by an amazing individual and many of the top engineers out there. And I think it's a matter of time before he knocks the shit out of the shorts. So we'll see. Is earnings going to do it on the 25th of January? I don't know. But I wanted to put this out here. Have a little bit of fun. Okay? Not trading myself until well after the new year. So, hey, make a few videos. All right, everybody. Have a good Christmas. Take care. And I would brush my hair, but I got no hair.